the only involvement of a human mediator. After that, it is pure AI in terms of the session, Bob, and it is also AI in terms of that demand range, but it's not overbearing.
Yeah.
So you can disregard it if
So
you
you
choose.
always, I mean, you have that human. It's just like if you go to mediation with a mediator, the value of the mediator is usually I know the space, I know the general value of the case, and that's what the value add usually is of that mediator. But through repetitions,
We'll continue to hone our database and our data set.
Exactly.
But we've had conversations with some carriers, and the carriers have been pretty clear that they do want a human involved. Like straight AI at this point probably doesn't check their box. But we'll get there.
you'll get there.
It's coming.
Yeah, with bot mediation though, is like if you have the mediator that's so sophisticated and knows every practice area, knows general value because they've seen it so many times. That's extreme. That's what it is.
That's the super valuable part of their involvement. I mean, at the end of the day, Curtis has said this at least a few times now, but really the most valuable piece that the media brings to the puzzle is having a good sense of what this thing's worth. And at the end of the day, they'll listen to both sides, but they're still going to try to drive them to some endpoint, and it's going to be in some range.
And so does it factor in things like what is the policy limit or what are the actual,
All of that's looked at.
Yeah,
100%. Yes, Bob. All of that is ingested into the system.
I love it. I love the plaintiff range, the opening demand range.
It's all factored in, and it's like sort of a heat map. So sort of green, yellow, orange, red. So you get towards red if you get a little too greedy. But if you're in the green range, that tells you like you greatly improve the chance of a settlement. But again, you can override it, ignore it. You can be belligerent, and we've seen plenty of it. So that feature was recommended long before it was built, and so we built that into the more recent version. Another feature add, which was basically building an entirely new piece of software, I would call it like an epic build attribute, was bracketing. Extremely intricate, and you don't know when it's going to jump out at you, but it took layers and layers and layers of requirements and then coding and then sitting on dev long before it was pushed into the production version of our software.